Good afternoon and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we have for you Transformers Studio Series Movie 1 Barricade in his robot mode. I do not have the claw with him because the claw is still in the box he came with. I didn't want to lose it. It was kind of cool looking. So I kept the claw there. Uh, it's this guy's actually going to be going back in the box when I'm done talking about him on this video because I'm going to try and sell him. I discovered the Barricade here has gone up in value a bit, and well, Blind Prime needs some budget money. There's a lot of stuff coming out this year, and I want to bring you all of it, or at least as much of it as I can afford. So here's to getting rid of some of my older stuff in order to afford and make room for newer stuff. Yay! Though I'm going to be keeping a few cool stuff too. Um, Anyway, this is Barricade. He is from the first movie to what is it? To torment and enslave? No, it's to punish and enslave, as written on the side of his car. This is actually kind of awesome. I like this guy. I did like the fact that he's an evil police officer, and a little backstory behind him on this guy. Back in 2020, when all of those riots were going on, and all the police hate was going on, I was like, you know what? I saw this guy on sale, and I went, you know what? I'm gonna buy an evil police officer. I'm gonna buy a truly despicable police officer as kind of an honor statement towards what was going on. Like, you know what? I know 100% what that there is a bad apple cop without a doubt. This is 100% the bad apple cop. He's got to enslave and torment. No, it's to punish and enslave written on the side of his vehicle, instead of to serve and protect. I love it. That's to enslave and punish. That's it. Yeah, it's just such. It's like, what? It's just, that was a little bit of a extra in the movie. That little line was just perfect. It was spot on. I may not like the Bayverse much, but that first movie, man, that first movie was good. I didn't like the fact Jazz died. I would love to get myself a Jazz Studio Series character, but from the first movie, and it'd be cool if they brought Jazz back in one of the prequel movies. Darn it, Jazz was like second in command. Anyway, Barricade here shows up in that first movie, and that scene was pretty cool. You got the kid. He's riding in Bumblebee, and he sees a police car. He's like, "Oh, finally, I can get away from this crazy machine thing." And he starts calling out to the police officer, and then it transforms into this, and he's like, "Oh no! That's not a police officer at all. Why did I think I could trust it?" So, this guy. Okay, so articulation wise for him, because we'll get right into it with articulation. He's got a single jointed elbow. He has no sort of articulation for his hands, but his hand does open and shut. It is actually articulated in that regard, but it doesn't rotate, it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It just, his little claw hands open and shut, which is pretty cool. The head is on a ball joint and allows for a lot of good maneuverability. It's actually, you can look up decently well. Because of his chin, he can't look down very far. He's got himself a really sharp chin, and the core of his body has, well, actually, we'll talk about his shoulders. So you can move them 360 degrees at the shoulder. They move up a bit, but because of how tall his shoulders are, you lose a lot of that upward momentum because the top of his shoulder slaps him in the face. I'm gonna grab this salt. Ow! I'm gonna grab this sugar. Ow! I'm gonna grab the ow! Ah, I'm terribly designed. Ow! I can't grab anything from the countertop. Ah, ow! Just, he spends his time beating himself in the head with his shoulders. That's what you get for having giant pauldron shoulders, man. What in the world? They also do have some back butterfly to them. No front butterfly, but you can get some back butterfly going, and I think that's pretty cool. Now, that's it for the upper body, at least. Now, there is not really a rotation at the hips, but because of the way the transformation works, you can get a nice back bend. Oh, I'm going to pull the matrix. Look at that. Yeah, he pulls the matrix very well. Wait, can you balance in this state? Let's see. If we drop those little pieces of car down, maybe. Boom. Yeah. Look at that. He's dodging Andrew. He's dodging Mr. Smith's bullets. Okay, so that's something you can do with him. He's very articulable. That core bit not being rotatable is annoying, but at the same time, I do like the fact that you have access to that extra joint in there. Now his legs don't kick out very far to the sides. Sorry, they don't even pull a 45 when you kick out to the sides, but they do move your arm out of the way. They do kick forwards at a 90, and because of the way the leg works, because of transformation, he actually kicks up too. So he can. Can you kick yourself? Oh, you can. Oh my God, you are just big on beating your own ass, aren't you? Liar, liar. I'm beating my own ass. Do you mind? I think this guy could just straight up kick himself in the face. I guess he's a masochist because he can hurt himself a lot by accident or just on purpose. So that's the articulation for that. Now, in the other direction, the knee can bend at a 90 and it makes a nice sitting position. You can actually get this guy to sit on something. There is a thigh rotation, but it's no, wait, there is no thigh rotation. There is no sort of really leg rotation at all. There are a couple of hidden joints in here because of transformation, so you can extend this out a bit. I appreciate the fact that this isn't a chicken-legged robot. That's always satisfying to me. I don't mind chicken legs, but everything doesn't need to be a chicken leg. All right. So that's the articulation wise. Sculpt wise, this guy he's really fun. He's got these really pointy feet that feel like they come from metal parts of the car, maybe the floorboards and stuff. He's got some really great legs here. The legs have got some robot armor paneling and stuff on them, but they come up to be really cool. And there's actual like interior car molding on the sides because remember, like his legs come from inside of the car, so he's got some interior car molding, little engine stuff, and under the car carriage things. It's pretty cool. And he's got some the other legs, same stuff. Both of his legs are symmetrical. And we come up here to his body. And past his groin, we get some really cool stuff here. I like the fact this is his, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that directly below his head on his chest, like in the center of his chest, is the radiator for the car. Like, I liked that stuff, okay? That was the cool stuff about the first movie figures, is you could find actual car pieces amongst them. It wasn't a bunch of just craziness with the newer base stuff where it's just like all the pieces of the vehicle mode all expand into a cloud of parts and then reassemble themselves into something. At least this you could find chunks of the car, and that's the fun part of Transformers, is when you see the robot mode, you can go, oh yeah, that piece is obvious, it obviously goes there, and that piece obviously goes there, kind of thing. Anyway, so that's his chest. His chest has got the sculpt of that radiator and also the engine stuff below the radiator. It's like his entire chest is just the engine part of the car, which is really neat. The head sculpt for him is pretty cool. He's got a very evil, pointy chin. He's got a mouth in there. Feels really weird and kind of creepy. And he's got some eyes that are a little deep set, but and his little crest on his helmet isn't bad at all. Like, there's a lot going on here with the face sculpt, and none of it's bad. The arm sculpt is the side of the car, like how Hound folds the sides of his Jeep mode into his feet to make his legs. This guy folds the sides of his car mode into his arms to make his arms. They're just pretty neat. And it's actually like his wheel up there. Got the window collapsed down. And because of that, you get some weird articulation stuff here. Like, look at this. You can flip this entire arm inside out almost, and it leaves that bit of paneling down below. And I like to do that if you're trying to showcase like him trying to protect himself from something, because that's more of a shield. And it's just weird that you can do that. Like, why is that possible? It's just so weird. I know it's part of transformation, but it's really interesting that he can get that sideways elbow going on there. So that was something I forgot to mention. So not only does he have the up and down elbow in his arms, but he has this sideways elbow in his arms. and up and down elbow, which allows him to do stuff like, reach down here and he can scratch his own ass. Like, wow. You can actually, you can position him. Let's get it. Come on. Spin this back a bit, and maybe you can't position him to put his hand behind his leg. Nope. All you can do is get him to scratch his butt. I think, though, a Transformer being able to scratch his butt shows a lot of articulation there. The sculpt work for these sides, though, is very nice. It's these really nice feeling plates for the side of the car. You get this wonderful plastic molding there, and these hands are just really done creepily. They are some scary feeling hands, and they got 3 fingers and a thumb, and that's pretty neat. But that's basically it for this guy. He is not a bad Transformer. No wonder he's increasing in value, because I've got nothing really bad to say about this guy. We'll talk about his transformation, which is surprisingly fun and a little complicated. Definitely a lot better than the Bumblebee's transformation, because you get an idea of where things go more on this guy. But this has been Studio Series Barricade from the first Bayverse movie, and I have been Blind Prime. Please tune into my channel tomorrow, where we will be discussing the transformation for this vehicle. And before I let you go, say hi to the camera, Sugar. Yeah? Hey. Who's a good sugar cat? There's a cat. Thanks for watching, and please tune into my channel next Friday. We'll have fun transforming this guy. He's going to be a lot better than last week's video on Scourge, and I hope that all of you have a wonderful day. And do you have anything you want to say, Sugar? You want to wish him a happy day? No? You just want to sit there. Yeah. Who's a good sugar cat? You are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.